Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Tiny Creeper back at it again with a brand new video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, giving you guys some kind of gameplay analysis on my climb from GM straight up to Celestial. And just something for you guys, to watch, get ready for tomorrow for the new season. Some tips and tricks to kind of put in the back of your mind to help your rank up become a little bit easier. This video was requested by one of my subscribers, so this goes out to you guys. And without further ado, let's get on into it. Okay, so this is a clip here I have titled Crazy Comeback because we were getting dived to pieces as healers in the back here. So as you see, I switched to Rocket. I normally play Loki, but he's banned here. And you could hear it right now. See, the Susan, she's getting dived by Spider-Man. And bro, I simply can't turn around because I need the tanks and the DPS to peel. So if they don't peel, it doesn't make sense that I peel, because even if I manage to kill the Spider-Man, they're gonna die because we're down one healer. So as you can see right here, Thor begins to peel. He attacks the Venom, gets the Venom to go off. I'm trying to keep the Penny alive, but she just took way too much damage from Bucky and Squirrel Girl. So I begin to leave, but then I realized it'd just be quicker for me to just die here with the team, and we all just spawn back together, as opposed to me going all the way back there. So after that death, I switched off of Lunar Snow and I went on to Cloak and Dagger, so I don't have to focus too heavily on aiming while having to avoid the Spider-Man. As you can see, he gets the pick right there on Susan. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try my best to keep up magic and keep everybody else in this fight and try to build ults, but people start to die a little too quick. But that kind of works in my advantage here, because by the time as I set this ult off right here, if you look back here, you can see my teammates are already here. And I force out the next team ult in a 2-on-5 or 2-on-6 situation, which is a win. So I now reposition. I get dove again by Spider-Man here. Good thing Susan was there. She helps keep me alive. We pocket heal each other, but we lose the Thor and the Penny on the point. Venom now dives in. We just try to do some damage on him, but we get Spider-Man ulted, and that was it. So I switched again onto Jeff. I just was like, okay, the healing ults don't matter if I can't stay alive. As you can see, he's struggling here on the scoreboard. So the next guy also went to Rocket, just so that we can make that dive just a little bit more harder for them. As you can see, the Venom and the Spider-Man both are diving. So my team actually has a 5v4 scenario, but still, by the time as I run away and get them off of me, I come back, only the Susan's here, she dies. So I try to keep Strange alive because, this is the final part. This is it for the point. But he dies. Rocket Raccoon still's on the point, so I just figured we'd just heal each other. Try buy some time for the team to come back. Obviously, it doesn't work too well for me. I die. But the team, they just shy of making it back on the point, and we lose that round right there. So as you guys can see, we are getting destroyed. So the next guy switched on to Jeff. He says he's better at Jeff, and I was like, alright, cool. So I switched on to Rocket Raccoon and still get destroyed by Spider-Man on the first play of the game. But as you can see, this Jeff is now flanking and is trying to get them to peel off so we don't get that much front pressure on our front line. And Rocket Raccoon is decent enough, the balls bounce around, that he could solo heal. I try to save this Strange, but he's just against Bucky. He just punches straight through his shield. I die. We go back over to Jeff, and to be honest, this Jeff is actually pretty good. This is a GM1 lobby, by the way, on the rank up to Celestial. Jeff is still here. He's getting people to peel. He's moving back and forth in and out their back line, back to our back line. But he's really making it hard for their healers now. While it's my responsibility here, it's just to keep the full team alive. As you see, Spider-Man dies me again. But now that I'm Rocket, I'm able to survive this encounter for just a little bit. And our team is able to 5v1 the Bucky and break through his ult. So my Strange begins to peel. I try to send some balls to him. Spider-Man singles me out. I see now Spider-Man is going back for other people. I then fall back. So now we have the numbers advantage. And once again, the dash from Rocket saves me where another healer probably would have died. So we're making the Spider-Man job really hard by playing Jeff the Land Shark and Rocket Raccoon. Although we don't have healing ults, we are going to keep our healers throughout the duration of the fight, which, depending on the scenario, is more valuable. As you can see, we get the full wipe here. I apply pressure to Magneto with the minigun because I want their team to stack. So I just killed him there. Even though their team has respawned back, it's going to take him some time to come back. And when you hear Fear Magneto as a healer, your #1 job is to run away, is to hide, because he is 100% targeting you, trying to get that pick. So whenever I hear that, I will hide. You will see a lot more of that in this video. So right here we get the pick. I hear Adam Warlock. Oh, I went to go, but then I realized nobody else went with me, so I just was like, okay, I'm just gonna find a safe space, try to secure this point, which we do get. And Bucky tries to come around, but we still get it anyway. So now on this final push here, I'm just adding that extra fire with the team, but I hear the Fear Magneto and I take the safe route. I almost get hit expecting him to hit someone else, but it was close enough. We still applied that good pressure. We cleared that point, and somehow, some way, we made a rebound and was able to touch the point, forcing this into sudden death. So now here on this point that we're trying to take, we have the Magic, the Venom, the Strange, and the Thor. They're just holding the point as me and the Jeff died. So this is just them going off tanks and DPS doing their thing, ult after ult. As you can see, that's like 4 ults back to back. Thor manages to get that final kill. We clear the point and we somehow managed to capture this. So now it's Rocket. That's another thing I listen out for as a healer. When you hear a Strange Portal, back up, because the Eye of Mama Coco is coming. As you can see, I'm trying to get the Venom off the point because he's one of the harder tanks to kill in the game. You can really sit on the point for as long as possible. I'm trying to give my team heals without going on the point and dying, because the minute I die is the minute we lose. But everybody just takes too much damage. Star-Lord comes back with my redeploy. I was hoping for a tank, but you know, it doesn't work that way all the time. And they clear the point, and that's where we stop right there. So right now we're defending and we're sending Star-Lord and Magic in the flank. As you can see, they got a pick on their healers there. Me and Jeff are making sure our tanks stay alive and hold our front, and we're kind of pinching them from the back. We actually got a good Magic too, by the way. That also helps. The DPS also has to be good. So as you can see now, me and Jeff are both applying that extra damage, because we have tanks in the front line. They're fighting one guy. They're not going to need the heals. Damage is more important. That's the important thing as a healer. You got to know when to stop healing sometimes and start dealing damage. So now Venom dives in the back here, but he's just trying to distract us. I say, alright, these guys could handle him. Let me make sure my tanks stay alive and they're able to hold this point in front. As Venom goes back in for some heals and he comes back, I have to redeploy my ult. You got that big damage going. We're able to clear some guys in the front, clear Venom off the point, and we're able to send some more heals that way. Squirrel Girls, showdowns with Squirrel Stampede. Me and Star-Lord decide to take the high ground. It's probably the best case scenario. And bulky guys like Thor, as you can see, Jeff was up there taking the high ground too. Squirrel Girl tries to dive me. I reposition. I don't try to engage and kill her because my team still really needs heals right now. That's another thing as a healer. Sometimes when people dive you, you just simply have to reposition and keep those heals up and not fight. So as you can see, we ward them off right there with the help of that Star-Lord ultimate. And we're now just getting all healed up and waiting for the second fight, as Jeff had a big ultimate play and killed 3 people. Thor is trying to get that final pick there, which I think he does. And that staggers their team for an extra 15 seconds. It's really good when the full team is there and you could get that last kill, because now when they re-engage, they're short people. This is like a 3-on-6, a 4-on-6. As you can see, they killed that invisible woman right before she gets her ults off. I'm just hiding in this little hole, pumping out heals. Cloak and Dagger's doing the same on my left if you could listen and pay attention. But I'm focusing on chewing down this Venom, and once we do that, we can then go for her. But she's already running away, and we secure that point, and we win that fight again one more time. Magic here now begins to extend on the retreating team and pops her ultimate and get another pick there. That's the next 15 seconds she extends for the team. See, she got another kill. That's another 15 seconds. Another 15 seconds that this team has to wait before they engage. Venom all alone on the point, trying to make something happen for his team. He dies. Another 15 seconds for the team in overtime. 3 staggers you guys just witnessed right then and there. I'm chewing down the Strange shield. The Magic confirms the kill. And that's how we ward them off that point and managed to win this game. Just look at the scoreboard. We were getting destroyed, but we still pulled it out anyway. This is another game from the Celestial Climb. I'm actually able to play Loki here, and I actually have a Hela with the team up. So I'm going to include this, show you guys some plays here. And why I love playing with Hela so much is you don't need heals no more. Hela essentially heals you if she's a good enough Hela. Look at my health. Another 50 health right there. She gets a pick. I believe she's going to get another one right here. Yeah, she gets another pick. My health goes up again. As you can see, I just used my invisibility to heal myself a little bit, but unfortunately she dies. I actually get picked off by a Hela right here, but as you can see, my Thor chases her down, because like I was saying earlier in the first fight, the staggers are important. You don't really want to kill yourself to get them, but if you could get them, they're a big deal. It's taking Thor a little while to kill here, but you know, with the help of his teammates and comrades, he's able to confirm it. Strange is just standing on the point. I don't really know why he lets the rocket run on the point here before he starts attacking, but okay. So now this is a play where we try to engage with the portal. I instantly go invisible once I hear the Magneto ult. Once you hear Magneto ult and you're a healer, he's probably looking exactly right at you. So now in this clip here is against a Bucky ult. You kind of want to stand your ground against the Bucky ult for the first couple seconds to feel it out. The minute you start to lose people, that's when you kind of have to retreat. But more often than not, people just immediately retreat on Bucky ults when you could fight it off. That is the best case scenario. So I take Invisible Girl's ult here. She ults there. As Loki, I can hold it for another like 10 seconds. I reposition to make sure I don't get hit with that Scarlet Witch ult. And then I put down another healing ult, and we're just going to try and roll these people over. Another thing healers lack to do is when they heal, they place their healing ult, they continue to heal. No, that is your time to continue to fight and deal as much damage as you could. The ult is already doing much of that work. I now have to fall back. As you can see, the Strange pushes back up to get me because I was out of position here. Really good Strange, W Strange. And we're just going to try hold this, me, him, and Squirrel Girl till reinforcements arrive. Invisible Woman, she comes back, the rest of the team is here, and now we can begin to push up again. I hear Scarlet Witch, so I chase her down, try to get that kill. She runs off. I get my attention right back on our tanks. Strange pops her ult, Magneto pops his ult, and in the blink of an eye right there, I use my healing domain to cancel out the Strange ult. As you can see, I'm keeping the Strange alive. I'm trying to build my ult as quick as possible so we can get this next push right back on that point. I immediately, as soon as I get it, I try to clean that up. I take Invisible Woman ult right then and there. I pop it before my own could pop hers because we don't want to double ult here. And as you can see, like I'm saying, I'm applying the pressure on the Magneto. No reason to heal, just dealing as much damage as I could. Invisible Woman doubles up again on her ult. And we're just going to ward them off this point. Scarlet Witch, she can't contest, and she just leaves. And that's how we win that match. So right here, things is getting a little bit heated. As you can see, I begin to fall back. We're down 2 DPS, so it's just 2 healers, 2 tanks on my side. I immediately take Invisible Woman ult, try to put it off of the point a little bit so we could repel them back, which we do. But their Invisible Woman then pops their ult. So now we're just in a free fall fight. We're trading. We're 4v6. Our Invisible Woman then pops her ult. I am unable to get in it in time, and I die. And their Loki now pops the Invisible Woman ult. So 4 Invisible Woman ults in like the matter of like 15 seconds. So right there, as you can see, they're just getting rolled by Bucky, and he's just again. So I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna hang back here. Just wait for everybody. And yeah, as you could hear, he's still going off with the again. So now that everybody's kind of coming back here, I'm just still waiting. I now re-engage because some people are going to spawn on the next spawn, the further spawn. So now I'm trying to keep Doctor Strange in the fight while fighting against the Scarlet Witch. I actually get the pick on her. As you can see, I hid right behind Invisible Woman's shield when I hear Fear Magneto. As a healer, that is one of the biggest ults you know is 100% coming for you every single time. Thor actually gets a pick here. I switch off to my clone. And listen here. If you listen closely, you could hear the Hela and the Magneto sword slashes. I see they're not damaging my tank. I immediately look back behind me and realize it was my healers getting hit. So sometimes you've got to really listen out for the audio cues here in this game if you want to be good at it. So I Hela pops her ult. She starts to deal big damage. Scarlet Witch tries to dive me. I let my health heal up. I immediately wipe that threat out. Hela comes to peel for me, but I already got it covered. Their Hela now pops the ults, and this way I make a mistake. I noticed that nothing came for me, and I peeked out and immediately got destroyed from that. So now I'm respawning back, and just in the blink of time, I was able to put that clone down and heal up that squirrel girl and that invisible woman against the Magneto ult. As you can see, I try really hard to counter Magneto ults. So now I'm going to keep the heals up for my Doctor Strange to be able to get out of this portal safely, out of this invisible woman ult safely. And there you go, you hear Bucky again, so I immediately healed up my squishies. I know he's going for the invisible woman. We got her healed up. Squirrel girl unfortunately dies, but we still got to heal her, so we're still doing okay. We're still doing fine, and I'm still holding on to my ult. I then take invisible girl ult here, put it on the point, try to get this pick on this Hela, which I do with the help of our Hela. And as you can see, they go out and they just, you know, try to get those stragglers, extend that, get that extra 15 seconds. And now I try to press this Magneto here because he's all alone, but he put some big damage on me, so I retreat quickly back into my healing domain. And we still get the pick here. I have my ult now, and I'm just waiting for this point to end. I just pop it right there. As you can see, the Doctor Strange tried to portal, but I still had the ult anyway, and that's how we win that entire game right there. This is the next game. As you can see, my Thor and my Strange, they begin to pull back because they were getting too much damage. I walk up on them, put their domain down, let them know, continue pushing, you guys, doing a really good job. Don't fall back. Keep that pressure up. As you can see, we kind of just roll on into the point. Everybody's walking in. I'm still playing it a little bit safe in the back. I don't want to get unnecessarily picked off because then that kind of reset the whole thing. As you can see, I'm looking, I'm searching for stragglers. I see the Magneto health is too high. I could pick off a healer, and then now my team collapses on the Magneto here whilst we try to secure this point. Now right here, the thing, all of us, I immediately shut down the healing domain as soon as I can. I'm spamming the button, and you know, we were able to ward him off. You know, he traded the ult and he got nothing from it. And this is where I make a big mistake on my play. I ult the same time as Lunar Snow. As Loki, when you steal someone's ability, wait like half a second or a second before you pop that ult, because a lot of times people get scared and they immediately pop their healing ult thinking that you were the enemy Loki. So now as you can see the invisible woman ult went off in the front there. Our Strange ult went off in the front there. And it's just getting really hectic. But I'm trying to push up and push the domain down so we can take the stairs. The uphills and downhills are really important in this game. You want to try come around and take that space as quickly as you possibly can, and not sit on the bottom of those steps for too long, because that's just a death sentence once the other team gets sets up right there. So right here we get hit with the thing ult again. I try to save my team in the back there, but I just can't. But I put down a little regeneration portal to try keep the Thor and the Doctor Strange alive. I kind of take cover, kind of read the situation. The Strange is too far for me to help him see, and he's probably going to die. But I could help this Thor. So I'm going to help the Thor try to retreat. But I guess that because I'm healing him, he hangs around for a little bit, but then he ultimately retreats, and I'm left alone on the island. So I'm using all my low-key abilities right here, trying to not die because my team is right around the corner. I'm able to get the ult, and I'm able to ult on this point right in time for our team to come, when in most scenarios I would have got picked off and died right there. There, Loki then hops out of there again, takes the Cloak and Dagger ult, and now we're still fighting on the point. And we're just trying to get it back. Doctor Strange falls back with me. I fall back with him and Luna. I'm trying to keep them in the fight. I'm trying to get those heals for Thor around the corner. I don't have no protection against the Magneto ult this time, but thank goodness Strange was there. He's able to save the Luna. We now begin to push back in as a team. I'm trying to keep this Thor here. You're not going to die the minute all of us reach. They begin to fall back. I'm now trapped behind the enemy lines. So I figured, hey, what the hell? Let me just help the Strange until these guys come back in with the clutch Luna ult. We're able to kind of push our way back in and onto this point. Unfortunately, we're not able to really get too much picks. As you can see, I'm trying to get that pick in the back there on the Magic. And they do their healing ult. And now the Lunar Snow turns the box on the two tanks to try and heal me. They end up dying. And then I get pushed. And then I end up dying. And now we're trying to make this last final push on this point in overtime. I got my ult. I throw down my ult. The thing tries to CC cancel my ult. We got two Cloak and Dagger ults on the point right now. Magic is using her ult. And this is where I misplay. I overextend too hard thinking that we had that advantage. And because I die here, my team was left without healers and they had to leave the point. And then they died. So that one right there was my fault. So now we're holding. As you can see, Mr. Fantastic tries to flank. And I didn't call, I don't ping. But the team is immediately on the way back here trying to help us. But he dies from the Mr. Fantastic bounce back. I can't let another teammate die, so I immediately get out in the front there. Keep Doctor Strange in the front, holding that front line. We're just going to have to wait till Punisher comes back because he's doing a really good job. As you can see, I get that long range pick right there. The thing now jumps in our back line on me and Luna Snow whilst guys are fighting up front there in the Invisible Woman ult. But we are able to secure that pick there. But I believe we might have lost one too many people, so I began to hop back. As you can see, when in danger, I hide with my tanks. I go behind my tank shield. I popped the ult here. You may be saying it was unnecessary because Doctor Strange popped his ult. One, it was kind of at the same time. And two, when you steal an ult as Loki, you get full health back. My healer was already dead. There was no other way I was going to get my health back. I had to secure myself for that play so we could continue on, hoping that Luna Snow keeps her up. You can see the thing is back in there. He's back in our back line again. I hear Magneto. I hide behind the point here. Now they got a Scarlet Witch. I hide behind these crates here again. I look to check, see who all is alive. I'm trying to keep these guys alive here without exposing my location too much. And as you can see, I dropped the regeneration domain, and me and my team are back on it. We're getting picks again. We're like, I believe this is a 2v5. Black Panther's now diving on me. I kind of dodge him right then and there. He's going to reset. I'm still waiting on the other healers and everybody else to come. I actually have to grab a health pack as a healer. And it's important to know where those are on the map. I then keep the Strange alive, but the Black Panther still manages to get that pick on me. And I think he gets the pick on the Luna shortly after. And we get wiped from the point. As you can see, Penny's just a little too late to come back there. Now this is where I sell again in this game. As you can see, our Luna Snow is ulting, and I have an ult. This is a scenario, because I actually got the SVP on this game. But this is how you could still be the MVP, the SVP, and still make bad plays, bad decisions, and even maybe cost the game. Because I'm still the SVP right now. I'm holding on my ult. I'm waiting for the right moment to pop it. As you can see, the team just has to get right around this corner here. They Luna ult. I'm now saying I'm going to wait it out and wait for my turn. But they use that to push my team straight off the point to where even if I was to ult now, I can't no longer help them. And that right there, that costs us the game. As you can see, they turn around, they get rid of me. We lose whilst I was holding the ult. That's completely my fault, and that's completely the reason why we lost this game right now. And just like I said, I got the SVP, but still lost that game just because of the plays I made in the round before it and in the second round. I kind of sold my team there twice. So now this is a game where my Loki is banned and I actually have to play Luna Snow. I believe this is, yes, this is the Magic who I'm, not the Magic, the Penny who I'm playing with. This is his rank up game into Celestial. So as you can see, we're running 3 healers here, which should be good against dive. And my buddy is playing Magneto right now. He hits me with that bubble. But this Black Panther is going to pasteurize me for the whole game. I might as well tell you now. But we kind of want to get out of this little corridor here. Because 1, that's where Black Panther 1 keeps us. And 2, stuffing inside this door, as you can see with the Venom just now. You just consolidate yourself so much whilst your tanks are out there fighting. As healers, you want to take up space too. Everybody always talk about the tank taking space, but it's also important for healers to take space. As you can see, we get out in this nice wide area. They just can't focus that doorway, and that leads to us kind of taking this point here as we just try to clean up these guys here off the point. Magneto bubbles me again because he know I was telling him the whole time this Black Panther is just straight up trying his best to kill me, and he still gets the pick right there. Invisible Woman is able to go invisible, and they still have a healer whilst we hold the point, and I'm able to come back. So now Scarlet Witch is trying to ult, so I just back up, make sure I'm completely out of radius. She doesn't really get anybody with it. Keeping the heals on my Adam Warlock. Keep doing your thing, keep soul bonding us, you know. And I popped that out right before Black Panther is able to get that pick off on me right there. And make sure my team's all heal up. Then I go straight into damage mode. So we can just try to shoot through these guys. But they pop their healing ult. And I just freeze the thing so I could just reset with my team as best as I could. Black Panther is here again. I kind of bump into him that time. But he still resets. I hear it's clobbering time. I try to help my team. It's not enough. The Black Panther is really trying his best to get me right here. Susan's trying to keep me alive, but bro, he's very persistent. So I actually ward him off the first time, trying to keep the magic alive. She's trying to keep me alive, but the Venom and the Black Panther is too much. Adam Warlock comes with the clutch res, which you don't always see. And we're able to take out this Black Panther, who is just simply too far in our back line. The thing comes in. I see Susan's too low. I heal her. I freeze the thing. Heal her up first, and then I attack him to defrost them. A lot of people just stun people for the sake of stunning them. I actually use that as the utility to get things done that I need to get done. As you can see, I try to freeze the Venom. Susan pushes me out of the way. We lose our Magneto off the point, but we're still kind of holding it strong. We have 3 healers, and I come back to help the magic, try to clear the point. It's just her, the thing, the Venom. Susan comes in with her ult. The thing then ults, he kind of wastes that there inside the defensive ult. Scarlet's trying to push me. We get to water off. I try to deal some damage on Venom to get him off our Susan. Adam is still soul button and healing us. Black Panther's still trying to dive us, and the thing gets the pick on me there. But Black Panther wastes his ult, so it's not the worst thing in the world. As you can see, Star-Lord right here, he's solo ultimate point, trying to make a play. This isn't a good idea. He should have held that for the next round or maybe the final push, because ultimately he maybe gets 1 pick, but he loses it. I'm unable to get to the point in time. We lose that round and we go on to the next round. So you hear that? I'm looking around because I hear the Black Panther now. And I immediately just run straight to the Magneto. I'm like, bro, he's somewhere around here, and there he is. He just pops out of nowhere. He still confirmed the pick. You got to be really good with your airs in this game. Unfortunately, it didn't help me still because he's Black Panther. He's just really hard to kill right there. So I decided to take the high ground and get this safer angle where I could drop down if somebody comes from the back and flanks me. But our team begins to push up, and I can't really get good heals or good damage off from here. But, you know, like I say, staying alive as a healer is more important than dealing damage, and sometimes more important than healing as a healer. I put the heal on Namor. Venom just is really trying to get those squids out of the way, so much so that he sacrifices his life. We punish him for it. I hear the Strange portal. Back up. Same thing like I'm saying. Strange immediately comes to me out of the portal. My team then peels back. They deal damage on him. He has to turn around. But Scarlet Witch and Black Panther flanks me, and I am unable to fend that off. As you can see, Scarlet tries the ult, but the Penny, my friend, my good buddy Kabram, he webs her and stops that. So now we're trying to get this Strange to die before his help could come and get him. I managed to get this clutch freeze on Black Panther, and before he could kill us, we end up winning that, sending this into a 3rd round for my buddy, the Penny's his rank up game into Celestial. So I take the off angle, hoping that the Black Panther doesn't find me or immediately come to me, which he still does. As you can see, the thing is still on me. This is what it's like for you guys to play DPS and Vanguard. This is what it's like as a healer the whole time. So I then pop our ult, kind of to take this point here and win this point. We kind of want to be the first persons to get those points rolling. So as we fight, we already build the time up on that, which we do, and we actually get these people to fall back off of the point. I try to get the heals on our magic, but bro, the Black Panther finds me once again right after my ult, gets the kill, and now these guys are fighting for the point. So now Magic and Thor, the Thor actually, as you can see, the Thor dropped back, but the minute he saw the Magic still going to the point, he decided to accompany her, when we could have just wait 5 more seconds and have at least 5 people going to the point at the same time. So Punisher pops his ult, Penny gets the hell out of there. I try to stop this Black Panther again, but he's just still on us. He gets a pick on me, and he gets the pick on the Cloak and Dagger right then and there. Thor then pops the ult, tries to get a pick. He realizes none of his team is here, so he's like, okay, I'm out. Which is a really good thing to do. A lot of people still would try to die on the point. Sometimes, you know, it depends, but As you can see, me and the Cloak and Dagger are still fighting the Black Panther on the back side of the point. I put the Luna's guard on top of my squishy, the Namor, so while I'm fighting away from point, he could still be getting healed. Because Thor regenerates his health, Penny regenerates his health, he needed the most. Back to the freeze. You see how long I freeze that thing? Nobody attacks him. He's still frozen. And now he drops down. That's the power of when somebody CCs someone, or when Lunar Snow freezes someone, not attacking them. Because we're able to stop that push from the Strange, deal with the rest of his team, and then single-handedly take out the thing. They're still running around here. I'm not gonna let this thing get away. So I get to pick on him, manage to get the freeze on Strange, and 2 of their tanks are down. And we are able to push that back one more time once again. I have my ult now, and we just kind of want to keep these guys at bay. Black Panther comes again. I could have get a kill on him there, but there's a health pack right behind her. Like I say, it's important to know where the health packs is. And then, as you can hear, the Star-Lord ult, he just got killed. But like I was saying, so I know that if I was to go behind after that Black Panther, he probably would have been at full health. He probably would have get a kill on me when I could have just let him go down. Rocket and Strange, Rocket and Magneto try to make the last minute play. I don't want to push it too hard, don't want to die, force an unnecessary scenario, and we win the game, and my buddy is a Celestial. This game here, this is one of my older rank up games, where they banned Loki. My teammates banned Loki on me. They didn't know I played Loki. I guess they wasn't looking at the screen. At least that's what the dude said, but you know. It's not a rank up game unless you face some kind of challenge. So right here, as you can see, I'm playing with Lunar Snow. I see the magic needs heals. I just put the guard on her and begin to heal my other teammates because I know she's low, so she's going to be moving back and forth. It's going to take too much time for me to sit there and try to get those heals on her when I could be healing her whilst fighting and helping our team clear the point, which is what I do. As you can see, they're trying to peel for me. They're trying to help me. I can't get no heals because the Spider-Man already killed our Cloak and Dagger. As you can see, they're coming to the point. This Cloak and Dagger was pretty pissed off because he keep getting dove by the Spider-Man and he was ready to quit, ready to give up. And guys, you simply just can't do that. You just got to see the game straight through to the end. Maybe you could get a turnaround, maybe you could get a change. So I pop my ult here. Magneto's looking for something, nothing's there. He kind of wastes his ult. So now letting my team apply some damage, trying to get this these guys off the point. Spider-Man dies me again. As you can see, I'm fighting for my life, The whole team peels. We're able to stop the Spider-Man. And as you can see, Cloak and Dagger is dead once again from the Spider-Man on her way back to the point. The Thor is now realizing the Spider-Man is destroying us and he's hanging back, which is really good. He kind of want to do it, but he couldn't protect us from this ult here. We still got picked off from that. But please peel for your teammates if they're getting destroyed like this. You don't want your DPS to have free reign on your healers. So now the Penny drops back. The Cloak and Dagger dies once again. As you can see, I'm hiding in the mine. I'm trying to make this Spider-Man's job, his life as hard as possible. But unlike in the first game, I can't really go on to Rocket or Jeff because I'm buffing the Namor, which is what we need against a dive. As you can hear, Magneto tries to ult again against my Lunar Snow ult, but we're playing like a lot of melee characters, so he can't really get a ball strong enough to kill me. So now, like I was saying, the same thing about the stairs. We want to take the space up the stairs, but they ult, causing us to come back down the stairs. And their Groot ults us. Me and Cloak and Dagger decide to keep the whole team alive, so that's a wasted Groot ult right there. And our Cloak and Dagger immediately ults their Cloak and Dagger ults, but she ults backwards. So what we can now do is just push up straight ahead because her ulters will be behind us and our ulters in the front. So as you can see, we get the clean up here. We clean up as much people as we could and we take that space. So now right there, like I was saying again about the Bucky ult, the Cloak and Dagger faces us so we could get behind cover and we just keep healing the team, You have to shut down Bucky's ult. Don't immediately run the minute it goes off. Try to kill him, try to keep your teammates alive. As you can see, Spider-Man gets the pick on me in the front here. So my team they're overextending, but justifiably so, because they get a full team wipe there, so I'm not mad at that. So now their Invisible Woman ults on the point. and then Groot ults, Spider-Man ults, Bucky ults, and that just wipe any team off of the point 9 times out of 10. We don't exactly lose that round because we kind of get close enough to the spawn, but we can't let them get to the spawn, or else we're gonna lose. So now we're holding. Bucky tries to pull us in. I jump out. Me and the Bucky are able to get away and get out of there. Unfortunately, Groot dies, and Penny's just out of position. I just straight up can't help her. So we're down 2 tanks, but we still have the Thor. This Thor, this Thor we had on my rank up game, he is pretty cracked. He is really good at his job. Cloak and Dagger gives him the ult. Thor say, fine, I'll do it myself. And he just immediately begins fighting the whole team. And he's hanging in there, as you guys can see. He's not really getting any picks because they also ulted, but he's holding that point first, which is more important. Sees the Invisible Woman low, confirms that kill. The other team is now down a healer. I then come back, I pop my ult. I make sure he could confirm those kills. I try to clean this point up as quickly as I could before the other teammates gets back. Spider-Man comes in. Groot gets a lucky hit on me before I could get to that help pack in the corner. But they still kind of clear this point. As you can see, he's working on this Magneto here. Takes out the Magneto. Just takes out the Groot. And we have 3 tanks on the point with a healer. Just look at that scoreboard right there. That Thor is putting in work. I come back. I immediately get killed. Me and the Cloak and Dagger immediately get killed on the Spider-Man ult. Thor still is on the point. Unfortunately, that's where he dies. Penny tries to pop her ult to force something there. She dies. The Groot says, you know what? I'll just ult. And their Groot actually solo ults the Groot, which is a complete waste. You would see a lot of that in this game. The opposing team Groot wastes a lot of ults. I then use my ult here to save our team for the Spider-Man ult. Jump out again from the Bucky attack. And then I'm going to hit the Magneto ult in a second. Or maybe it wasn't this one. So now as you can see, we get that pick on Spider-Man. The whole team then spawns right behind me. I kind of jump back out of there. They pop their ult. I want to make sure my guys stay alive. I immediately fall behind them, get that damage going, keep these guys up. Our Groot ult, their Groot ults, and their Bucky also ults. I push them off. We able to fight against a Groot and a Bucky ult. Our Groot then ults, and then our Bucky then ults, and then our Cloak and Dagger then ults, and we wipe them, and we just send them right back to the spawn. So their Cloak and Dagger comes back with an ult. I immediately put this ult upwards. I want my team to have to run into the ult. Like I say, I kind of dictate the tempo with the ults. I put them where I need the team to be, not exactly where they are. Only if their health is extremely low, I put the ult where they are. But I don't want us to lose this tunnel here, so I put it further up in the tunnel so we can finish pushback and hold these guys right on the staircase right here. You see the Magneto ult, I immediately go behind the rock. It still did enough splash damage to kill me, but luckily the rocket had to redeploy right there for me to come in. Their Groot solo ults again, gets no kills. Like I said, he just keeps wasting his ult when his team really could use that. And we're still holding them here minutes into the game. Bucky ults again. I push them back. Our Cloak and Dagger ults again. We're just denying them ult after ult. This game is just straight up strictly won by the ultimates this time. We just was out ulting them the whole time. Black Panther tries to dive in. I come back to make sure keep the Cloak and Dagger alive. Rocket is gonna stay alive. I don't really have to worry about him. I kind of get inside here, try to break these group walls in case our team needs to come back, but that causes me death against the Bucky. Thor then get locks in here and says, okay, you know what? I just pop my ult on all you guys. Cloak and Dagger is able to save a few people, but Thor still got some picks right before he died right there with the ult. Coming back in on this final push. The ending is right here. I pop the ult. Their Cloak and Dagger pops the ult. And we're just having a straight up slog fest on this point. It comes down to this final battle here. Bucky kind of whiffs on his attack because he gets me. I go invisible. I heal myself. The group walls me off. Clutch enough. We kill the Bucky. We get the rocket amplifier. Black Panther tries to kill me again. I'm just denying all these ults. That's what you want to do as a healer. And I see that these guys are low here. I just make sure that we can confirm this kill. I don't really care if I die because we have 2 healers still. Bucky gets the pick on me, but he has to leave because it's a 1v5, and that's how we win the game, and I rank up to Celestial. Alright, this is the outro, guys. Tell me, leave some reviews. Let me know if you guys like this kind of style of video. Somebody requested it. It's like, hey, I want to see some gameplay because, you know, you're in Celestial now. Let's see how you get there. Let's see the way you think. And I was like, sure, you know what, fine. And just leave some reviews, some good ideas, some ways that we can improve this. And we sure to be back better than ever. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys next time.